Well, you've got to love free strings, and I tell you what, ever since I've gotten into getting into more scoring and cueing and things like that, strings were always a big deal to me because, well, let's just face it, if your stock strings or if it's strings on some keyboard, they just don't do it for you. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds so mechanical and inorganic that it's tough. It's tough to find good strings, man. And behind that is a lot of little secrets and things that I've learned from going out and having some of these products. I've been fortunate enough to have quite a collection, but let's talk about Augmented Strings here from Arturia. It is free product right now until April 30th. You got to go get this. Stop what you're doing right now and go get this product. I don't care if you have a DAW or if you're just thinking about getting into music, go sign up and grab this because strings are hard to find that sound great. And this thing is just kicking everything's ass right now. I love it. And I'm not going to just show you this. I'm actually going to put it up against a few other different things. I have some more free strings in here. This is from Edirol. You can go get this thing too. This thing is a beast. Don't let this little old Atari UI fool you right here because this thing is magical. All right. Then we're going to go into one that was free for a while, just like Arturia is going to be not free pretty soon. This was free and now it's not. So very big hitter from Spitfire Auto. This is BBC Discovery. Very, very cool, powerful tool right here too as well. And then, not to be unfair or anything, but we're going to go into some bigger hitters like Heaviosity, NOVO. This guy right here is just, we'll see what you get for, the little bit more cash that you're going to have to spend on this. A little bit more cash, just a tiny little bit, to get this product here. You're looking at shelling out some ducats and some coinage. Over here we have an output product too. It's another one that is a mid-tier level. This is very cool as well. And just like the augmented strings that we're going to be talking about, this one is more geared for sort of a modern hybrid kind of a vibe. So you got a lot of pulsations and movement and things like that for these, and that's what sets these really sets them apart. I think Augmented is going a little more. Oh man, Augmented does it really well. So having a really good time with this. I've just opened it up on the preset that it came with. It opened up to beautiful swell. I seen these nice beautiful knobs right in here. I went ahead and mapped them to my macros right along here, so I have some control over what I want. And I dug around on all the tabs to see if there was some stuff that I could get into. Can you get into under the hood? There really isn't any under the hood, So these effects B and effects A, I don't know where these are at or what they're doing. So we're, that might be a work in progress from me. But as far as I've been digging around, and I do this a lot, I didn't see one. And a lot of these ones don't really have too much of a under the hood, and that's where you're gonna get if you do the old pay for one. But some of those can be disappointing too as well. You get up underneath the hood and you're like, oh, really? That's what we got, Anyway, here we go. Let's listen to a little something. Let's start playing this beautiful swell. I did a little something earlier, so let's something C minor here. Let's do something. All right. FXA, there we go. Whew, hot damn, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the first one that I picked up, and I was like, oh, FXA, a little bit of morph. Color is kind of like a filter there. The effects A is definitely some kind of a movement piece. And then I'm noticing that we're morphing in between some different movements and stuff like that. There's a weird pitch bend in the beginning. It's almost like it almost drops it. It's like, what? I got to look over and see if I'm hitting the wheel over here. Very cool, man. You know, kind of the audio hallucination kind of feel. Oh, you got to love it. And it's, you know, be prepared to have your arm hairs stand up on you because this thing is just that much of a beast. You know, let's go through some of these presets. We're just going to like listen to this a little bit. Just kind of see what you get. Let's see, they got one bass in here. Let's go check that out then, because we got to check that out, huh? All right, you know, I mean, the bass sound of it's cool. I think there could be different movements on that, or something different. I don't know. I mean, I like it. They're just trying to get you a taste of it. The fact that you can't control what's in here, and you know there's something different underneath that engine. You're like, oh, I want a piece of that. So I might be going over here and seeing what's next for some of Arturia's stuff. I really like it, but I get a lot of strings, so. You know, soulful ninths, I mean, it is what it is. Pads, let's see what we get out of these pads here. Well, you know, I mean, you get the pads like this a dime a dozen, though. I mean, a good crazy pad and, like, you know, find morphing in and out of each other. Let's go into the gusto here and to more of this. The only thing I can't go up and down on this. I don't know if I did something wrong, but I can't. So here we're just I want to go through more of the traditional strings because that's what we're here for. So pads and everything else like that are. For a hybrid instrument, they can just start throwing in all kinds of crap, and you know, you're like, oh, I'm impressed, but is it strings? You know, we can all kind of argue that until the cows come home, right? But for this, I want to stay a little bit more traditional. As traditional as this instrument's going to be, anyway. Ooh, that's nice. I wish I could right click on the little effects and go in there, and that's what I'm doing. I'm over here just nailing that reverb. I'm like, let me change it. Let me do something. Come on. You know, man, oh man, that's such a tease there. You want to go under, you want to get into this engine so bad and just really start going wonky with it, but no, you know, but it's really good though. It's excellent. I'm not complaining. I'm just intrigued. That one's funny. That's very funny. Cello Harmonics. Let's see. This is going to be very serious for me. Let's start low. It sounds like some deep throat. Oh, it's dirty. What's that color, huh? Sounds dirty anyway. I mean, still, it's good. I like it. You know, it's like an electric cello. You know, it's like Tina Guo in here with some of her weird stuff that's going on. So you gotta respect it. You know, I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is. It's you know, augmented strings. So let's go. Let's just keep on going. I'm gonna hit them all. I mean, I'm liking everything I hear. Alright, man, we're just having fun. Let's keep it going here. I'm a little upset that I can't hit this, but I love how the UI is all cringing up when you hit everything. I feel like this is what the instruments would look like too, man, all digitalized up, and I mean, that's a really good representation of what's happening in front of me. You know, period. I like a good UI, man. If you got some graphic cards, you know, give it something to do, you know? They're sitting back there. Let them hit it up. A lot of it's crazy, man. It got some. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like the effect that's in Heaviosity, the crazy one. Endless Peace. Did we find it? We might have. All right, what is this going on here? I can deal with that. That's cool. Very cool motion there, man. I was hoping that I was going to be able to take that off of that because I thought I'd ruin that preset, but good thing you can just... Very cool, very, very cool. Forget me not. Gosh, just so many different little multi-sampled layers in here. It's really cool, man. Very, very good. Go to. That one sounds good. Harp Mutation. This is going to be interesting. Let's turn this color down. It seems like they give us like almost a full taste of it. I like that, man. You know, I'm going to work with that. Let's see what we... And, you know, sometimes the morph doesn't always work in your favor, but the harp is there, man. I mean, you can go somewhere with it if you want to. But I didn't like where it went, but I don't have to agree with everything. So everything's off on this one, huh? So we morph it, so it just has that. It's everything off. So it just normally does that, huh? Okay. Give it everything. Because why not? Because why not? Morning strings. You're getting some really, you know, this is far out there. I mean, there's a lot that I like. There's definitely a lot that I don't like, but it's okay though, man. It's not bad. All right. We're getting into the sad day cellos, huh? That wasn't that sad. You could be sad on it, but you shouldn't be sad. Just crawling down that. It's crazy, man. Good stuff, man. You can hear my chair squeaking. I had to get rid of this thing. All right, so soft vibrato, strings on air, sweet rolls, swelling harmonics, the big picture. Let's check out the big picture. It's big, you know. Sweet rolls. It caught my eye. This will be the last one here. And then we want to just touch a few of the other like sequences. I want to hear what they sound like. Ooh, I like that a lot, man. This one's, man, that might be Sweet Rolls. This might be my favorite. That's evil sounding. It's really good. And then Beautiful Swell, and then there's some of the other ones that were kind of traditional in here that sounded really good that you can morph all the way out. Harps was a really good one too. So sound effects, this insect swarm sounds good to me. Let's go to see what that is. Pitch it down. Oh. Well, I mean, that's peaceful bounces. Man, it's all over the place, man. Dancing bows. All right, you know, dancing bows. And the pads, you know, we already kind of touched on that just a slight bit. And that's man, that wraps this up for me. And I've seen enough to know that, I mean, it's a powerful tool. It's a freebie right now. I mean, you know, I bet it's going to probably go up to, you know, $39, $49, you know, like the BBC library one kind of did. And yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, I'd like to see, man, I'd really like to get into these and touch these. And some of these you wish you could kind of, you know, especially with the morphing and the, you know, where it's going into pulsations and movement like that. I mean, if you could have a little control over some of these movement and the motion would be kind of cool. You know, I don't know if that might not, you know, it might be me not being able to find it, but there's not too many tabs on here. So, you know, I'm going to say that is probably not in there. All right, let's talk about a few of these other ones really quickly here. We got some orchestral here. We're going to go into the strings section of this, though. And let's go hit the, well, we'll be on the cellos here. Warm cello here. Let's hit it. Not bad, you know, and this is I've had this one for quite a while. I've used this one in a lot of projects. I've set this one up in a whole huge orchestral setting, and it did pretty well. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it's pretty good. All right, and you know, there's just and then, you know, that's where it doesn't sound all the best, but the rest of the instruments in here are very good, and you've got everything. You got the whole orchestra in this, so the real value becomes in having all this other stuff in there too. You know, the strings are a little bit, and some of them are, it's good enough to get you by, though. So this is another really good free one. This will always be free, so you can go grab this guy. It's good to have in your arsenal. It's really good. So next up here, we're going to talk a little bit about BBC. BBC is a monster in itself, and it has a lot of different instruments too. This one is $49, I think now. So let's just go and just listen to some of the cello ears. And grab those guys, and let's go ahead and attach that expression. I got the expression here. No, expression. Not even on it. Okay, so it is hooked up. Let's go ahead and get the right channel on. And now you can start. I mean, we're getting into some. We can see that. We have this. We've got some expression and volume controls here. Multiple types of. Making the sound subtly change, maybe in between some different recordings and things like that. It's another one where you can't really get up underneath the engine to see what's working, but I kind of think I know with multi-samples and things like that, they kind of go through different kind of mic placements and things like that to get these different kind of sounds and a little bit of slight dynamic differences. As you're busting through these, you're going to get that. So very cool that you can do that, and this is where you start learning that this is the secret sauce behind getting those feelings. Slight little pushes are very beneficial to that. So it's how it's good. It's how it's working. All right, and let's go play around. Let's hit these violins a little bit here. And as well as like everything, in here now you're getting into you have a different kind of bunch of individual parts that you can play. So long, spizzicato, pizzicato, tremolo. It's fun. I love these strings, man. Yeah, man, and each section has that, and this thing is absolutely crazy. So, now you're getting into like some more traditional strings and then multi-sample layers and things like that. And BBC, the Spitfire is just giving you a taste of this thing. Maybe Augmented Strings won't go that far because I don't know. You're not getting a lot with the UI on Augmented Strings. So I wanted to see what they go to after April 30th and how much money they're going to charge for this. But it's very cool to have in the very beginning. And say last but not least, but not to like bury everything behind, but here we go with something a little bit more high end. And let's go ahead and configure the dynamics at least over here. And all right, so we got the cello here. Let's take a listen to this now. With the higher end NOVO here, you can definitely see that we got a close room hall. We've got our dynamics in the middle here. We've got a lot of stuff happening. It's definitely gonna have a little bit more layered and possibilities. We have also randomizing voices and the legato, long, tremolo, spizzicato, pizzicato, and then clusters as well. So this instrument goes into so deep of how you can mix all these different little subtle pieces together to get such a great sounding instrument. Yeah, just for a basic demonstration here, this instrument goes way in deep with a lot of different other things that it does. Yeah. The dynamics, I mean, they are using some high quality sounds and high quality. This was recorded in these are multi-layered. The mics are actually placed in there. I've watched them do it. It's really damn cool to see and actually play with this instrument like that. So very, very cool, man. It's a very big hitter. Definitely one of my favorites and goes to, but I don't go to it all the time. It's very traditional, but if you want that good sound, I mean, there's not too many things out that's gonna really kick it. I like the Tina Guo cello is probably one that was on my list that I maybe regret not getting. And here's outputs, analog strings. And here we are definitely, I love the UI on this thing. One of my big issues with this one was some of their downloading clients have been subpar, but without that in the way, they really do a really great job of hitting some hybrids. So talk about augmented strings back here being like this and not being able to get up underneath this hood. Well, this is the one that lets you get up underneath that hood because everything is here, and it's an awesome instrument. So, you got your main. We get to pick from two. Let's go in here. We can see that we have our traditional sounds that we can hybrid into synths and some creative, explorations that we can morph in between. There's pad sounds too, one shots. So not just three categories plus three close and far from the mic. That's a lot of combinations of just your starter sounds, and then we go into more controls, FX, and then we have our rhythms and things like that. And then we have our little morph wheels over here on the side, which is on the main. You can see these here can be assigned to multiple different things as you twist them up. And this is something. When I was talking about getting under the hood of that thing, this is what I was talking about here. So let's hear a couple of these little things here, and we'll end the video. If I just actually turn the channel on here, so. Yeah, I mean that's a crazy morph, that's a totally different kind of morphing and then the other morphing, and then you can see what exactly you're morphing and what it's attached to and go and play with it. This thing is just a beast, man. I love their UIs. I just hate their customer service, man, Some great things can come from some really crappy companies, and well, Output is up there for me. I don't regret buying it. I just wish I could get customer service. Oof. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just all over the place. Pure evil. And I mean, if you want to hear some of the initial stuff in here, just to hear kind of like I like to do this all the time. Maybe turn this engine off. We'll go and get one traditional instrument in here. We've been going against the cello, right? One shot tape pad. Where are we at? Large rips. And just like the, in here, I'm never really impressed with the core samples, but that all kind of goes away when you start laying everything down. One of my bigger complaints with some of these, the hybrid ones, like, can I get some core samples that I can just play with by myself, and can they be good? With that being said, these are the ones that I have. I definitely have some other things in here from the DAW itself, but I'm not going to get into those. We're just going to talk about those ones right there. That was the big 5 that I've got right there, with the 2 of them being free. One of them goes free every once in a while, and those are strings, man. I mean, you can definitely get what you pay for. You can definitely hear the higher quality and the heaviosity there, and I think with some manipulation in your, depending on what kind of audio workstation that you're working with and what the routing capabilities are, you can kind of come over and make your own morphing and get some things and movement and stuff in there to help you out, especially the dynamics. I think that's a big one. So that is strings for you guys. Go check out this Augmented Strings over there. We talked about Edirol orchestral. That's a really good one too. BBC is a big old hitter. And then, of course, we went through some of the heaviosity and output. So anyway, guys, those are strings. Some of them are free. Some of them are very expensive. You can kind of hear some of the differences on it. You make your own judgment of what you like and what you want. So that's an introduction to strings, guys. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you up there on the next video.